How's it going, everyone? I'm Raul Castro, marketing coordinator here at Walton Global, based out of our Scottsdale headquarters. I know we're all used to seeing our CEO Bill Doherty here instead, and you can certainly expect to see Bill once again, as well as some other new or familiar faces in the near future. However, today I have the privilege of providing you all with this month's market update. There's been plenty of activity in the U.S. market through the month of September, so let's get right into it. Another measure of inflation, CPI, which measures the change in out-of-pocket expenditures for all urban households, came in a little higher than expected for the month of August, increasing for the second straight month to 3.7%. This marks a 50 basis point increase from the last month, but it's important to note that this is mostly due to a combination of increased gas prices that we've experienced in the last couple of months and base effects from last year. Economists are also suggesting that the increase we're seeing should be temporary. In a broad sense, we are seeing signs that inflation is beginning to normalize and is on a downward trajectory. Even after the uptick seen in the last 2 months, CPI is down by over 4% year over year and certainly down from the 9.1% peak we experienced last June. As for mortgage rates, well, it's no secret that borrowing rates remain elevated, and the 30-year weekly average has now hit a 23-year high at 7.31% to close out the month of September. This is to be somewhat expected after the Fed suggested it would maintain benchmark interest rates higher for a longer period of time, and the 10-year Treasury yield, which mortgage rates track, also hit a high point. Now, it is possible that rates could head towards that 8% mark if the Fed continues propping up this high rate environment, but economists believe mortgage rates may retreat come next spring. Homebuyers are being affected by these higher rates and their purchasing power is eroding, but it's also important to remember that demand still exists, especially with the extremely low levels of inventory we are seeing throughout the housing market, specifically within the existing home sector. 80% of homeowners have a mortgage rate under 5% and have little incentive to sell, and because of this, there's a clear supply and demand imbalance that's opened the door for the new home market. And while home builders may be feeling the effects of increased costs for building materials, they're certainly capitalizing on the demand and doing their best to get people into new homes. They're offering mortgage rate buydowns of 1% to 2%, as we've seen, and in some communities, they're even offering fixed rates of 4.25%. They're piling on incentives, and they're slashing prices by an average of 6%. Thank you all so much for your time. It's been a pleasure getting to provide this month's market update, and as I said before, you can definitely expect to see some new and familiar faces in the near future. Thank you again, and see you all next month.